Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. Today we are doing the success rate for adding leadership event. This is a pretty self-explanatory event, but I know someone's going to ask me, and I have the event going on right now on my server, so I'm just going to go over it so you make the most of it when it comes to you. Hopefully this is going on your server right now, so here's what you need to know. This is the event. It usually
Greetings, Commanders! It's been a year since we talked about adding leadership events, and we've done a couple videos on it in the past. But now we have these new things called mid-week events. That's right. They just pop up in the middle of the week. They last for 2 days. There's nothing in the news about them. And we've had a few already. We did a add power event, which is just upgrading your power. And then we had a collect resources event. Now we're having a add leadership event, which is basically the Monday event. But this is kind of a tricky event for a lot of veteran players because we know better than to try and add leadership in a non-leadership event add success event thing. But there are some tricks to learn about this event. I'm going to go ahead and cover it quickly because there's a lot of new players that maybe haven't heard this for a while or just want to revisit it, but it needs to be talked about. So the strongest commander midweek event basically is giving you 1 point for using one magazine. 2 leadership, 1 magazine, whatever you want to call it. You get the points for attempting it, even if you fail, because there is a percentage failure rate the higher you add more magazines. I'll just cover it briefly. Listen, there's the base event, right? There's if you do all this stuff, you get these free things, which you should do. Now, it's very difficult to get over 400 points. Each commander, once you level them from 1 to 60, gets 59 free adds, which is like 59 free points. So 120 points is, 2 commanders, 2 full commanders, then a few magazines. 400 points is 8 commanders and then some. Getting to 1,000 is 50 commanders. That's a lot of commanders. That's not going to be easy for most people. 50, is that 50? 20. It's 20. Okay, but 3,000 and 8,000 to get the Geist Stones, to get the really good stuff, you'd actually have to spend quite a bit of gold because it's a non-ad event. And you can see that aside from just the personal benefits for doing the quest, there's also a server-wide competition. The server-wide competition does yield 10 pure crystals, a 30-day speed up, and 10,000 honor medals. Yeah, the beta and telebots are nice, the gold is nice, the pure crystals are really what matters here. 30-day speed ups are cool, but 10 pure crystals is worth like 3,000 gold, 30,000 total, but there's 10 of them, 30,000 gold. And magazines are expensive. 100 magazines is 3,000, 3,500 gold during the buy one get one event. So you don't want to blow too much trying to compete for this event. Basically, you just want to do it for free, unless you really want those pure crystals and don't mind wasting a lot of magazines that you could get a lot more value for during an add leadership success event. So the way I've been approaching events like this is I would just absorb a commander that I'm ready to eat anyway, and then re-release them as level 1s, level them up real quick, and then use their free ads plus the magazines to get them to the 40% success rate and then stop. I mean, you can stop at 60% if you like because that's what an event would allow you. But basically, once you get to 900 leadership or so, you stop getting a decent success rate. It drops to 40%. At that point, you may as well stop. So because this event's happening in the midweek without the add leadership event, I'm not going to go crazy on it. Basically, I just add 100, add 100. You can see my leadership get to 762. My success rate has dropped to 50. I'll do it one more time, and now it's at 40%. There's no point in adding more leadership to this commander. I may as well add it to my 100,000 leadership commander. I get the same success rate. But by doing that, I do score points, right? I did that, 5 times or so. I ended up picking up 551 points, which got me some of the good free stuff here, but I would like to get to 3,000 if I can. So to get the extra free ads, which are always 100% success, doesn't matter what level or how much leadership the commander is, I'll just go level that commander up. And in the meantime, while that one's out attacking and leveling up, I could take my other commanders and grab some smaller ones and do the exact same thing with them. Of course, when I run out of level 1 commanders, then I'm going to be, basically adding leadership without the bonus or with a penalty, if that's how you want to, imagine it. But there's a lot to talk about in regards to adding leadership. It's one of the most important things in our game, and if you do it wrong, it could cost you a lot of money. So I guess the most important thing that you take away from this event is do the free stuff, do the cheap stuff. Don't penalize yourself too much by going too hard. Let fools do that. Let the uneducated do that. For yourself, do what you need to do to get the basics, just the free ads and the success rate up to 40% here, usually around 800, 900, and then cash in that way. Unfortunately, we'd love to get those 10 pure crystals, but the cost of gold doesn't really warrant it. You can buy pure crystals in the actual, not the mega slots, the slot, no, what is it called? The vending machine event. The vending machine, it comes every other day. You can get them in there and you can use your 50% coupons that you get from the Time and Space War to get a good deal on pure crystals, or you can just farm them when the next major event comes along. So I'm going to try and find another 13 or 14 monster. It immediately will take me to, what is it? Oh gosh. They're not wearing equipment. I actually don't need equipment because I have tier 11, but you could do the same with tier 7, tier 9. Tier 9 for sure. Tier 7 maybe if you do level 12 monsters. You might lose some there, but with Time and Space Crystal Healing, it's not that big of a deal. So here's the event items that you get for doing it. They just roll right into your mailbox. And I don't think we need to cover that too much. There's a lot to be said about adding magazines and the success rate. If you don't know the basics of it, or you're still shady after watching this quick video, watch the other videos on it. I go into way more detail about it. But I guess that's just as a precaution to new players. Don't go too hard on this event. It could be a very expensive event, and really the benefits aren't that great. So there you go. There's 3 midweek events. What other midweek events do we have? Put it in the comments below. Like I said already, there's the Add Leadership, there's the Add Power, and then there's the Collect Resources midweek events. There's got to be a few more. Did I miss some? I don't know. We'll cover the videos as they come out, but that should be covering this event. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for Meme Review. Maruko came back from his conquest. He's leveled up to 60 now, and I can just do the free ads there for those points as well. I probably should have showed that, so there you go. Oh, this tedious clicking. Use a macro.